In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do lymphatic drainage exercises. This is great for those who might be immobilized from surgery or extreme lymphedema, and for anybody who's dealing with any type of swelling or fluid retention of the lower extremities, your feet, ankles, and legs. Hey folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Melissa. I'm a natural doctor and I'm a lymphatic drainage therapist. And today's video is inspired by one of our viewers who asked me specifically if there were any exercises that she could do because she is bedbound post-surgery. And this is great for anybody who's post-surgical or any individual who might be dealing with lymphedema or any type of swelling of the toes, the feet, the ankles, and the legs. So I'm actually going to physically show you some exercises that you can do. And many of them are able to be altered depending on your physical capacity and your ability to move around. So I'm going to detail some of those options here. The first exercise I want to show you is for those who are able to be mobile enough to get their legs against the wall. And I'm going to show you here, I'm in my bedroom and I'm going to use my headboard as part of my props. So what I'm going to do is I am going to physically lay back here on my bed, my head down here, and my legs up here on my headboard. Okay, so this is a move that is great for any type of swelling in your legs. And I use this particularly when I was pregnant and recommend this for a lot of my lymphatic therapy patients after treatment. All you do is keep your legs in this position for about a minute to 5 minutes, depending on what you're capable of doing. From this position, what I want to show you is something that we will take in an altered form. I call it ankle pumping. We're going to be up against the headboard, or you can do it against a wall, and you're going to pump your ankles. We're going to pump them up and down, and we're going to pump them out, in and out. I'll show you. Ankle pumps. Up and down. Out and in. Getting your legs elevated is absolutely essential for moving the lymphatic flow, but that's not always possible for folks that are in a surgical bed, are in rehab, or just do not have the ability to physically do what I did there. So I want to show you on my bed, lying down, what you can do to move your lymph and to get the lymph moving out of your legs, your toes, and your ankles. So what we're going to do is an altered ankle pump. I'm going to lay back. And I'm wearing pink socks for you to see my feet. An ankle pump is literally pumping your toes, pumping your ankles, moving your toes up and down. Now for more extreme cases, you can use a pillow or two to get elevation. So we're going to elevate. And you lay back. And you ankle pump. And then part of the ankle pumping is up and down, and then I like to move the feet in and out. What I like to do, it's a little bit different than ankle pumping, but it's a fast movement. And this literally, unless you have nerve damage or there's a little paralysis or immobility, most everybody can do this next exercise, and it's literally where you're moving your legs really fast. It's the type of lymphatic action that we get when we're bouncing, doing a rebounder or trampoline, but this is a great way to do that in bed. So this is an altered version for any folks that really need additional support that don't have the ability physically to get out and do this. All right, so you get in a nice comfortable position, usually your head's all the way down, and you go like this. You move your legs in and out, in and out, in and out, and you're moving them from the hip. I like to keep my feet like this, straight up, looking where the feet are facing up at the ceiling. And you're literally pumping your legs, moving them in and out, in and out, in and out. Now, for those that don't have necessarily muscle strength, you might be going a little bit slower. You don't have to go too fast, but you can go a little slower to get the same pumping action, where literally this is moving the lymph up the legs. And what we want to do is we want to move the lymph up into the abdominal region so that it drains out in the appropriate way. As many of you know, I recommend dry skin brushing, and that's a whole different video. And you can find that video right there. But for this specifically, there are some other exercises that you can do to get the fluid moving. And I want to show you that now too. This next lymph pumping action involves toe movement. So I brought the camera a little closer. I want you to see my feet. I'm wearing pink socks so that you can see my feet better. And you can be in a seated position where your legs are parallel to the bed. They're lying on the bed. Your butt is and your torso are at a 90-degree angle. And what you want to do is you want to do pumping of just your toes. So why I go pumping fast is that that's a good way to get the movement going. But the speed, it doesn't really matter. What we want to do is we want to just get activity, get the motion moving. So if you have the ability to really pump, move your toes, you can totally go as fast as what you feel comfortable with. It's not essential, and it won't give you the best maximum lymph flow. If you are going slower, you just might want to do the exercise a little longer. So I like to do anywhere from 1 minute to 5 minutes of each of these exercises, depending on the degree of your lymphedema and swelling. What you always want to make sure that you are doing is drinking a lot of fluids, water, ginger tea, and coconut water, which is the best isotonic fluid enhancer. The more fluid you have in your body, the more fluid the lymphatic flow is. And that sounds ironic and probably not what you want to do, but in fact you want to be as well hydrated. That's the best way to get fluid flushing. A dehydrated system, a dehydrated body causes lymphatic fluid to become more congested, and the lymph fluid itself is comprised of a ton of tiny bonded proteins. When they're dehydrated, they get stickier and they're harder to move. So make sure you're well hydrated and you do these pumping exercises. My recommendation for patients that come to me or that I do phone consultations and Skype consultations, I like to recommend that they do these exercises twice a day, if not 3 times. In the morning, around lunchtime, or right before a nap or after activity, and then right before bed, accompanied with dry skin brushing and a good diet full of high protein, low salt, low sugar, no dairy, and avoiding gluten. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave comments below. And if I can be a resource to tailor a program for your lymphedema, let me know. We can schedule a phone or Skype consultation immediately. Have a great, wonderful, happy day.